every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, right? So shout out to them for allowing me to learn that the conference even existed. I wouldn't even know it existed if it wouldn't have been for that relationship,
right?
You know, but everything is an opportunity to grow, and I think most times we just crumble instead of seeing that as a weight that needs to be lifted. And when we lift that weight, man, on the other side is something fucking amazing. We got intro music, y'all fancy. Got the lights, camera.
Oh, by the way,
action.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another installment of the Poet Up Podcast. It's your boy in the building, Mal Chi, the man to be, in the place to be. What up, Ward?
What's up, Jamal? You know, I'm gonna, as I've done lately, I'm gonna give a little life update. So I went to Kansas City, Missouri this past weekend to catch the Clips in concert, and I want to share something about racial unity. Okay, one, I'm in Kansas City, and as you would expect, most of the people in the concert are white, but there's a lot of black people there too. Here's what I want to say about the white folk in Kansas City. Anybody in Kansas City, holler and let me know if this is like a true experience around the city. I was looking very close, as was other people who had like Boston hats or you could tell was not from Kansas City. I was looking very close whenever a song came on with the N-word, right?
Right. As one does.
And actually, they were super respectful. Like this. They were like, Uncle say you, like they pursed their lips. I would watch them. And then when the N-word came out, they're like, so like no one could accuse them at all of having sung along.
You're not gonna catch me slipping.
All right. On the other side of this, the majority of black folks there who were from Kansas City had mullets, and all of the white folks had mullets. Now, here's what I'm going to propose about racial unity. I'm going to propose that if Kansas City is somewhat racially unified, I'm going to propose that it's because of the mullet. And I'm going to propose that perhaps we need a national haircut to bring people together. Mullet, the national haircut for the United States. Are you down?
How long you been sitting on this, bro?
At least a week.
A week?
I mean...
No, I went to the concert on Saturday, so not a week.
Oh, so not a week. Not quite a week.
But anyway, we can all exist together. Mullets unite. What's up, Blues?
All right, man. I am not against that idea, but I feel like the mullet has already... You're going to have to rebrand it heavy.
I mean, a mohawk is a mullet, really. You know how like the black folks with the fade and the mullet?
Yeah. But
frohawk?
Drewski didn't do y'all any favors with this whitewashing NASCAR fan who had a mullet. So you're gonna have to tackle that obstacle. What up? It's your boy Blues. You already know what's happening, man. We here in the place to be, Pull It Up Podcast. To the left of me is the one, the only, from up the road there is the homie Josephus. Man, this guy is a curator, an educator, a performer, a writer, a radio host, a show host, a father, a husband. Sometimes he be in the trap, when you just need to get the money up. You just, whatever you need organized right and done with some flair and some style. It's the man, Josephus. Joe, how you feeling, bro? You good?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fancy. Y'all got glasses with logos and stuff on it. Got me all liquored up with the Ace pineapple cider. I'm feeling real good.
I mean, this is your choice. I'm glad you jumped into it. So this is our first cider. We've had a lot of things on the show.
We have.
Shouts out to Ebony, who gave us the
Duval
Mimosa.
Yeah, I
the
saw
Duval
that.
Mimosa.
I saw that.
That was delicious. But this is our first cider. What are we drinking here, Joe? What is this?
This is Ace pineapple cider. You know what I'm saying? It's smooth.
Smooth.
It's tasty.
It's 8% alcohol by volume.
8% alcohol by volume.
So this
It's
can
not
kick
too
your
hoppy
ass.
like beer, but it's almost smooth like wine. Yeah, man.
I like it, and I'm not a big cider guy.
It's also gluten-free and vegan.
It's also healthy.
It's healthy.
It's-
Look at
it's
that.
healthy
So
alcohol.
if you need something, man, check out the folks at Ace, man. They got what you need. Shouts out to Josephus for bringing us our first cider, man. I love that. What else is on the table, though? What we got?
Well, we got old trusty
Buffalo Trace.
Good old Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace. Y'all know we have a nice whiskey at all times. So Buffalo Trace is what we got. And we got our first cider. I'm excited, y'all, because this conversation is going to be great. Josephus, how are things in Greensboro?
Man, things are beautiful. I am manifesting absolute abundance is my new mantra every single day. Greensboro's dope, man. First poet laureate for Greensboro, North Carolina. So it's just been...
Yeah, hit that horn, cuz. Yeah.
It's been a beautiful experience, man. Every day we learn something new, grow. Was at Dudley High School today doing a workshop with some high school students, and so still doing work with the educational system and just empowering voices in the community. So it's been a real dope experience.
Word.
I love it, man. I love it. I guess we start from the question we always start with is, how did you get into poetry? Like, what gets you into writing poetry?
School. It's easy. School. I think a sophomore year, we had to do a poem in class. And I wrote something.
Who'd you write it for?
I wrote it for me. I mean, we had been reading Maya and Frost, and if you ever read Maya or Frost, it doesn't read like we write.
Yeah.
Well, maybe like Jay writes, because Jay writes like that sometimes. He be, yeah. I couldn't write like that. But yeah, man, I just didn't know what I was doing. They had to write something. I wrote a poem, and she said this was pretty good, and I was like, really? This is good? And you know, as a young person, getting accolades in class is always a positive thing, but for writing, I never thought it would be something I could actually do.
Yeah.
She actually ended up asking me to read that poem for a multicultural day. Yeah, I don't think we had Black History Month back in the day. It was multicultural day.
Multicultural day is hilarious.
Yeah. Looking back on that, it was pretty bleak.
Yeah.
Especially in a high school with like probably 85-90% African American population. But either way, I read this poem at this multicultural day, and got standing ovation. You know, people loved it, and somebody was like, "You should get that poem copywritten." And I was like, "Yeah, I should." So I ran to the copy machine and got copies for everybody.
He made copies.
Straight to the copy machine.
Straight to the copy machine.
Copyright.
It was bananas. You get a poem. You get a poem.
Oh boy.
So that was the beginning for me.
Oh, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing. So the running thing is we usually try to find out like why people started writing, you know, and then like what was the poem for. So you sort of broke the norm, man. It's usually about, you know, it's either about a girl or a boy. And that's like the poem that they write. But I love that the fact that you did something for Multicultural Day, which is hilarious.
Classroom assignment.
Yeah, classroom assignment gets you in the door. So after your big copywriting expose, like the big copywriting fiasco that goes down, everybody's got poems and shit.
Down.
You know what I'm saying? What happens next? Like, are you like, all right, so I need to take it to the next level? Like, what happens to the young Josephus next?
Absolutely nothing happens at that point. I was in high school. I went to college. Went to a few open mics and saw people reading poems on stage, and I was like, I think I could do that. Had my trapper keeper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta have that.
With the clamps in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't real if you ain't got that.
Typing the poems with the pocket protectors. You know what I'm saying? She used to
shit.
flip through the poetry page and find the right book. I've been writing some stuff, you know, in a notebook and a journal, but never had the courage to actually read something in public. I was at Clarkland University in ATL for 2 years. Went to a few open mics, but never had the courage to read. Then I came back to NC to the illustrious North Carolina A&T State University, Aggie Pride.
Okay.
And read my first poem at open mic in the city. And I think it was true love from that moment forward. Kind of got addicted to reading, people snapping and clapping for you. And was there every week, you know, doing this thing. And then I think at some point, somebody asked me if I could read a poem for their church. So they were willing to pay me to do a poem. And I was like,
It was a black church?
yeah, it's a black church.
A love offering.
Yeah, they were like, how much do you charge? And I was like, you're going to pay me to do a poem? That people get paid to do this? I had no idea. And so let me think about it. I'll get back to you. So I went home and did some research. And I was amazed at how much people got paid to speak, to talk. Like, so I went back, I was like, I'll do it for $150. And it was like, cool. And I was like, really? 3 minutes for $150? This might be something. Yeah. So I did that, man. I got referred to another one. That kind of just started from there. But something that I was just doing because I wrote and had a space to express myself. And then before I knew it, people were offering me monies to do it. So that was kind of the beginning. But yeah, right after high school, I did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you went dormant. I think that's what
dormant.
a lot of us did until life, gets you and be like, hey, remember you used to be able to write? I'm going to shake you up a little bit. So, you get assigned the classroom assignment to write, but you go to ATL, you go back to A&T, you're inspired. What is the process like after the inspiration hits you? Do you just like sit down like, oh, I got it? Or, did you have to think about what you was going to do? Because I know my first poem was terrible, but the second one, I don't know. You have this outer body experience, or you're just writing. You're like, man, I can't, and you just go, and the next thing you know, you have a poem,
right?
And then boom, there it is. So when you're at A&T and you're getting and you get inspired, what is that process like for you? Like,
oh man, I honestly I still think it's like journaling. This whole what a poem is still confusing to me. Like, this is poetry. Like, is it? For me, it's just ideas and images on paper. And it's interesting now because, I wrote in high school, but, playing sports and basketball and football, nobody's trying to hear your poetry. You know what I'm saying? Right. You didn't even call it that. But now all of a sudden people are paying to come to your shows to hear this poetry. So I just think it's sharing my ideas and my emotion on paper. I still don't know if what I'm doing is actually poetry. For me, it's just communication, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would say, yeah, it's poetry. I think the people would be like, yo, you're poet laureate. you might
be right. You might be right.
So, you played sports? You hooped? You played football?
Oh, man. I played football, I played basketball, and I ran track. Yeah. Did a little something.
Nice. I don't think we have too many poet athletes. I feel like we need more.
We need more. You played soccer.
I played soccer.
Yeah. Desan he's healing back up off his ACL tear from playing basketball.
Jamal was like all city.
Yeah. Jamal was a serious deal.
Okay, Ma, let me find out.
What'd you do?
I played football and tennis.
Of course you did.
Of course you did.
He had to get them both.
Yeah.
He had to get them both.
He hit the football hard as fuck, and then it's like, in tennis. I just want to rack it. So track and because you weren't really in the slam world per se. Like you floated around it, and you were good in your lane, like very good in your lane. And slam was something you never really needed, but I'm pretty sure you could understand the competitiveness of it. Was it something that you wanted to try, or when you did, like what kept you from really going? Because I feel like, Joe, if you were really put yourself down and to do slam, right, you would have been, well, you still can, I ain't gonna say could have been, you would have been a fucking problem.
Yeah, I never understood it.
Yeah. To
be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I admired it. I've slammed a few times. I understood the concept of it. But for me, I was born into building a community. And we all know that while slam is a community, there's a lot of other things that happen in slam poetry. And I just never got it. And I think that my style was a little bit different. And I want to do things I enjoyed. Open mic, I enjoyed open mic. You know what I'm saying? And there was just no issues. There were no problems. It was me sharing. And what's dope to me about open mic is it could be a professional poet that goes, and then somebody who knows nothing about poetry and is trash. And they may get more applause than the poem that was dope.
Right.
And it was just the amazing ability to connect with people, period. What I loved about slam was the fact that the judging happened from random people in the audience. Like, I thought that was the dopest thing ever. That it was people that were just random. So your job as an artist was to affect the people in the room. And they could be drunk, they could know nothing about poetry at all, but to connect with the audience was marvelous to me. So when I did it, my goal was always to share as many poems as possible.
Yeah.
So it never was about winning or losing. Like, I have a competitive nature, but for me, poetry has always just been part of who I am. And so I never really understood like the competitive nature of it, because we are all so great, which is why we had Mo Soul, which is why we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those things were in my lane. So again, I found something that appealed to me, and I figured out a way to be profitable in doing it.
Got you.
Yeah, and then again, I'm a businessman also. So for 12 of us to compete for one prize, I'm like,
That didn't make sense.
the odds are horrible. Odds are horrible at this thing right here. You know what I'm saying? On any given Sunday, anybody could win, and I still had bills to pay. So I'm like, how does slam poets make a living?
Right.
Bro, there's people in it deep who haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, so I couldn't figure it out. So, and especially because people are already paying me to do. I'm getting $300-$400 for a poetry poem at a church,
Right.
and y'all slamming against 12 other dope poets.
For 100.
Yeah, for
$100.
For a
So
chance at
it
100.
just didn't make sense to me. And I mean, I love watching it. You know, I would definitely go and support, and I would jump in every now and then when I had opportunity to, but it just wasn't. It wasn't for me.
Got you. What,
Joe said he was too busy making money.
got
no time.
No, I think
for this
things appeal to you. I think it's just like a sport, you know. Slam's definitely a sport. So you play tennis, or if you bowl, like, or if you play basketball. Like, I'm not saying it just wasn't something that appealed to me in that nature.
Yeah.
My thing was just communicating, connected with the community, and that's where I was strong at. That's what I found myself doing. It's what I enjoyed.
Yeah.
I dig that.
Yeah.
So, are you from Greensboro originally? Like,
I am not. I'm a military brat.
okay.
So I was born in Frankfurt, Germany, and I probably saw more countries than states by the time I was 10.
What branch was your
This is the Army.
army?
That was in the Army.
Got you.
Yep. So I was born in Germany. We moved back to the States. We came back to Germany again, and then back to the States again. And then I did 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade in Italy. And then came back and finished 10th, 11th, 12th grade in North Carolina.
Yeah, man, that life it's cool and yet hard. So I was in Spangdahlem for like 3 years. And so there was Spangdahlem, Frankfurt, Bitburg, Lux, like all the bases were out there. So when you meet we were DOD kids, right?
Yeah.
DOD kids, Department of Defense, for those who know, we were DOD kids. The thing about being a DOD kid was whenever country you were in, you got to learn the language of that country. You had a teacher that came in and taught you that shit, which is I think was so amazing, because you become a little bit more worldly in that sense. But when you get older, you realize how small the world is, but your creative experience grows because you get to tap back into being in Italy and moving back and forth. But what you don't get, and what I've always been jealous of, when people talk about, man, I've known him since 2nd grade. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I will never
Never had that.
Never had that.
Never had that.
Like
Never had a home base.
Right. So you don't really get that until you're like 20 something, when you're out on your own and you move to an Atlanta for a while or come back to A&T. But being a DOD kid, growing up in the Army, moving from place to place, did you find yourself making fast friends, and has that helped you, navigate this creative world and like being on tour a lot too? Like, because being away from home, I feel, is easier at this stage. Like, I enjoy being home now that I'm just an older man, but when I was out there, I was like, yeah, I could do this easy. Like, I don't have to settle anywhere. I could just move around.
Yeah, I think it definitely, because that's the way that you're raised.
Yeah.
You're used to every 3 years you move somewhere different, you make new friends. You walk into a room and have to introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just part of the upbringing. So it definitely made it a little bit easier to move and shake in different spaces. But you didn't know that you were different until you met somebody that was different than you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we grew up on bases with people that were just like us. So coming back to Fayetteville and for high school. While Fort Bragg was a military town, the school I went to, there were a lot of military brats there. People were mostly from Fayetteville. They'd been together since the 2nd grade. So it's a very different culture. But yeah, I think especially with touring and moving around in different spaces, being used to going to new rooms, military life made it easier.
Yeah.
Do you think that also? So Blues mentioned at the beginning, like all the things that you have, not all the things, but like these things that you've done that you're doing.
Right.
And whenever I think of Josephus, I just always think of a hustler. Like I'm always like picturing like Jay-Z theme music in the back.
I'm a
like,
hustler. Oh.
yeah.
Was that Jay-Z?
It was not.
It wasn't.
That was. I don't even know the rapper's name anymore. But I'm a.
I was gonna let him go. It was Cassidy.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, does that background help with this mentality of, this is what I want to do. This is the steps I need to make it happen. I'm going to get this done. And it's diversified because it's not just, I'm going to do open mics, right? I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to do a syndicated radio show. I'm going to go to Kenya and do poetry internationally, which we'll talk about soon. But like, do you think that background in the military and being a Dodd kid is like contributed to that way of thinking of kind of being a hustler and kind of knowing like how to establish several lanes for yourself?
Yeah, I don't know about the hustling part, but I think that moving and shaking different spaces is definitely part of your upbringing. I think, we are the sum total of our experiences. So I can't say that doesn't add to it. But I am an engineer, have a degree in industrial engineering from North Carolina A&T State University. And so I think that engineering definitely plays a role in the business side of things, and how I move. Industrial engineers literally are consultants. You want an elevator for your new space, they go in and say, this is A, B, C, these are your choices. This is why A is good, this is why B is good, this is why C is good. These are the 3 different prices, and which one do you want? Everybody always picks B in the middle, right? So same thing, we have a product. You know what I'm saying? You have a high, low, and middle thing that you offer the public. And I think that has served me well in business when it comes to the art form, because I always find a way to kind of find a lane to navigate. And I think most artists don't have that business side
For sure.
when it comes to the art form.
Good shout out to Frank Expression too. Frank's an engineer. What is he?
But I think he's more like a architect. I mean, not architect. Like he's like
A structural engineer?
something like that. Yeah.
Mechanical engineer?
I don't know. Nigga's an
Maybe.
engineer. Y'all engineers.
A
is
lot of math and science and
But
chemistry.
his business acumen is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like is top tier. So I get it. Like it's like Usher knowing how to sing and skate. Right? He can do 2 things at once. An engineer and a poet, you use your left and right brain at the same damn time. That's amazing to me, and also very unfair. But anyway,
Yeah, it was crazy. Like when I saw Def Poetry for the first time, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? HBO, seeing all these poets get up there on stage. But when I saw the show, I was like, how do I be Russell Simmons or Mos Def? I was never like, how do I be on the stage? You know what I'm saying? Like automatically, no shade.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to be on Def Poets. I think I sent a tape in once or twice. But immediately when I saw it, I was like, I immediately knew that I needed to be Mos Def or Russell. And the reason why is because they were on every single show.
yeah.
Right.
They were on every show.
Yeah.
They were getting
Right.
paid every single night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't just on one show and hoping to come back season 2. They were on every single show.
Right.
And even though Russell only said, God bless, good night. You know what I'm saying?
thank y'all for coming out.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming out. You know what I'm saying?
This is why this nigga doesn't slam.
Right.
He
He was getting hold of slip.
It didn't make sense to me.
Why am I doing this?
Now you all know I host the Freedom Slam. You know what I'm saying? For years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have different poets. I give away $1,000 at every slam, but every slam I get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That just made more sense to me.
Yeah.
I'll give you another indication of how, if we hadn't had this conversation, you can tell Josephus didn't have any interest in slamming. And this is when you started talking about, well, if you want to do this, then this is option A, and here's the pros and cons. B, pros and cons. C, pros and cons. Everybody chooses the middle. And that right there is thinking ahead. Like, I think most people in poetry are thinking, I'm just going to write poems. I hope someone approaches me about, doing something else with it or doing this. But do you already have a pricing structure set up? Do you already have, like, if there's things you want to do you already have your pricing categories set up and what things you want to do, and is it already laid out?
Right.
These are the things that Josephus is already doing.
You're right. I do. And it's definitely a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I went to Southern Fried several years and volunteered. You know what I'm saying? I met all y'all volunteering. Blues. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need to be on stage, but I definitely volunteered. Right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Paul D. You know, I was in Atlanta, all places y'all was at, you know, having a great time. Yeah. But there was no need for me to be on stage. You know what I'm saying? I was taking notes, having a great time, meeting people, networking, and just enjoying the art form. I didn't feel the need to
get in there. Like, listen, Ice Cube, he loves basketball. He ain't got to play. Big Three is great. He was like, yo, you mean I can get the greatest of the great?
Yeah.
I can pull together an amazing product and event. Amazing. So saying that, let's get into Poetry Cafe a little bit before, I know you because you had something else, but poetry, where is this born? Like where does this idea come from? Tell us the origin story.
The origin story. So the Poetry Cafe started in 2009. It was actually part of a grant series. I applied for a grant through the United Arts Council in Greensboro, North Carolina. They gave me some money, but I had to say what I wanted to use the money for, and I wanted to bring poetry to the forefront. So we did a Black History Month show with a gang of poets on stage talking about black shit. We did the Poetry Cafe 3 times a year in a 100-seat space. We did the Freedom Slam. I had a one-man show at the end of that series. And every month from February through October, we did a free show for the community.
Nice.
And so no barrier. As long as you got there in time to get a seat and get in the building, you were in there. And most Soul Poetry also part of that series. But the idea, again, was I've been going to so many open mics. And I was like, I could do that, but better. You know what I'm saying? I was like, where's the live music, the live band? It had no theme. It had no concept. You know what I'm saying? It was just people on a stage in a coffee shop on a Wednesday night. And I had done that. And I was like, you know, what I want to do is main stage. Our art form is main stage. So we need a Friday night. I don't want a Wednesday, I don't want a Tuesday, I don't want a Monday. I want a Friday or a Saturday night. I want to compete with the clubs. I want to give people an option to do something different on a Friday night, you know, on a weekend. And so with the Poetry Cafe, I got a space at the Triad Stage downtown. It was free to everybody.
Nice.
I was able to pay the band and the artists through the grant. And every time we did the show, there were people lined up down the hallway to get in. And, you know, 200 people lined up and only 100 people got in.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Because people have a voice. The community has a voice. Yeah. And even if you're horrible at poetry, you want somebody to hear your poem.
Okay.
You know? And especially if it's free and it's going to be a packed house. So it was a win-win-win-win. We had that series from 2009 to 2012.
That's a good run.
2012, the grant cycle ended, and I had been... D-Sharif had been telling me that you need to do a radio show. And I was like, why? I don't need to be in a space behind a microphone. I need to be out here with the people. You know what I'm saying? At these events, doing these things. She was like, you need to get on the mic and do a radio show. And I was like, no, I will not. They're not paying me. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense for me to do a free radio show. And she just kept bugging me. So when the series ended, we kept the Poetry Cafe because that was the hottest thing that people wanted to come to. We asked the people, will you pay for this? They was like, yes. So now, $10, you know what I'm saying, once a month show for 100 people, we got $400 coming in the door every single month, guaranteed. And then the radio show popped up, and we were like, if you come to the Poetry Cafe, we can get you onto the radio. No strings attached. No filling out applications. You know, radio was huge, you know. So how do you get on the radio? Come to Poetry Cafe. Do a show. If we like you, we'll put you on our radio show. Like every week, we had a radio show. Then once a month, we had the open mic. And so it just worked in tandem. And what I learned was that I could be on the microphone one night in one space and reach 1,000 people. 1,000 people were listening to my voice on a Tuesday night. But then once a month, they would clamor to pack into that one space. Right. So I was like, this is genius. I said no to this forever. But luckily having mentors, have people that see, you know, get what you can do with it and know something more than what you know. I finally listened, and man, it's just been up ever since. There's no losing, because whether they're a horrible poet or a great poet, people still applaud, people still love it, people still connect to it, and you just are building community, uplifting artists, highlighting voices in your city.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you're poet laureate, and it's actually a job you get paid for. More for.
Jay Ward knows about that.
Jay Ward!
I don't know about the paid part, but the other part's nice.
Oh gosh,
That's hilarious.
that is.
Yes, that's the origin story for that, man. And it's just been up, Yeah, that was, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Porch Cafe turned 16 this year, so it's been
And time flies, man.
a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, super dope.
We were talking before we got all the setup about one of your next moves, and I was saying that a lot of poets call themselves an international poet because they've competed in an international competition here.
Vancouver, son.
But here in the United States, I would count that as international. But like sometimes, like we compete in an international competition in the United States and refer to ourselves as an international poet, or we find out that our poem got picked up and published in an international publication, and so we refer to ourselves as an international poet. But a lot of us have not actually been out of the country for our poetry.
Ain't even got a passport.
Ain't got a passport. That's a whole episode by itself, by the way.
That's an
Because
episode.
poetry or not, you should have a passport. But anyway,
Get a passport. Where's the camera?
Get a passport.
Get your passport. You need a passport. The world's a big, beautiful place. You definitely need a passport.
what do you have coming up, international poet?
International poet. So I have been invited to Nairobi, Kenya, in November to perform at the International Theater Festival. So I will be, no doubt. So I'll be performing. I will be hosting, and I will be doing a workshop while I'm there. And I'll be recording live poets for the Poetry Cafe for the radio show back in the US of A.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
man. So I'm super excited. Super excited. And crazy part about this too is like, again, we think that we have to do all these crazy, wonderful, crazy go out of our city things. Like I've always been one that's been invested. Blues, you can attest to this in your own city. Like shout out, you know what I'm saying? NASCAR. I was like, doing NASCAR,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's doing Charlotte Hornets. Like this is crazy. But a guy that I worked with 15 years ago, Community Theater of Greensboro, working with kids on how to use poetry in a theatrical sense. And he happened to be in Kenya. And he met some people that were doing theater festival. And they said, we would love to get a U.S. poet to come to Kenya. And he said,
Nice.
I got the poet for you.
Right.
That's dope.
He came back, was like, we need to have coffee. And I was like, okay. And he was like, how would you like to go to Kenya? And I was like, say less.
Right.
He was like, what does that mean? I was like, yes, I will go. And again, just connections. You know, your city is out there talking about you and the dope stuff happening in their city because you invested in the city.
Yeah.
You know, so it was no crazy connection, no resume sending, no, they saw me online with 1 million followers. It was somebody that I knew that knew somebody else and connected me with it. And that's the way it transpired. And now I'm headed to Africa, to Kenya for a week to perform in a theater festival.
Have you ever been to Africa before?
I have. So I went to South Africa in 2001, study abroad. I was there for like 3 months in the University of Natal in Durban, South Africa. So this is my second trip to Africa. So I'm excited about that. I'm looking to buy property soon. That's my gift for myself.
In South Africa?
Yeah, Durban was dope, man. Durban is like the LA of the United States. It's like got the hills, it's on the beach. It's beautiful. I mean, everybody seen Shaka Zulu before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that same area. You hear about Cape Town a lot. Cape Town is nice, but Durban is the shit. Yeah, so I guess because I lived there for 3 months too. But just being there was just
We're
phenomenal.
all just like, man, we believe you because we have zero clue.
Yeah. So Durban is a whole different monster. And so I've always told myself I want to go back and buy property in Durban so my family could spend some time there. So that's on my bucket list.
Man, that's some very white man shit to say, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Actually, it's some black man shit to say.
It is some black man shit to say, but you know, white people say like, we've got some property here over there. Not just take the family for vacationing, but nah, like it is blueprinting though, right? That's what it is. It's blueprinting not just for your children, but for other poets to see. Like, most of us are just trying to get 1,000 views on YouTube. Here comes Josephus, man. I got like 1,000 acres in Durban. What you talking about?
So did you just make him an owner of people?
No,
You said he said I got 1,000 niggas in Durban.
He said
acres.
My bad.
Yeah, it be your own fucking people.
Your own people.
It be your own people. Yeah, hit them fucking crickets, cuz.
Yeah.
But no, it's like because I see you leveraging that situation, not just you happen to have property there, but now you're doing, and I'm putting this out here.
Yeah, the Poetry Cafe will be in South Africa.
All right, just so you
no
know.
doubt.
I'm glad you picked up what I was putting down. All right,
Yeah,
there you go.
Already there.
My passport is ready.
Yeah, passport. So, so in addition to that, like, also no, probably won't last too much longer. But when I went, $1 got you like 18 rand. It was like 1 to 18. I think it's like 1 to 12 now. So I'm not gonna do all the math for you, but what I will say is that for probably $80,000, you can buy a house, a nice house in South Africa.
Got to get my rands
Exactly.
up.
Gotta get. If you have dollars, you already got your rands up. Is what I'm saying to you.
Got you.
Right.
All right.
And so the housing is not expensive at all. Yeah. So to be able to purchase something, even if the four of us going to get to purchase something now that our family could visit once, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
20 grand mean that we could buy property in South Africa and our families could visit there once a year for the rest of
as long as we own it.
Perpetuity. You know what I'm saying?
Hood up timeshare.
Exactly.
Insane.
Not only that, but also we could go and do this.
Yeah.
Right.
And we could go and say, come with us. We're going to do a retreat once a year in South Africa. Like, just thinking that way.
Can I tell you something?
It's kind of how...
This is, in the last 20 seconds, all of this is coming out of his brain. He's like, oh, you could do this. Oh, by the way, from that, you could do these other 3 things.
Yeah. So don't be surprised.
I'm doing them.
Yeah.
I'm just inviting you to come along.
Yeah,
it's happening on my watch.
Change it out there. Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Salute.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm stuck on Durban.
Look it up. It's beautiful.
I ain't gotta look it up. You just told me. Like,
it's
if
crazy.
you're going and you're gonna buy property there,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
even
crazy.
need to see it. Just put me on the plane.
Right, it's crazy.
So, Poet Cafe, it builds and it grows into this amazing thing. Radio show bubbles up, but none of this comes without adversity, without some pushback, without.
Oh, y'all want to hear the adversity part?
Oh yeah, because I don't want people to get it confused. I don't want people to get it confused. You work hard, but your hard work didn't come with every door being open to you. Matter of fact, you were in some doors.
None of them were open.
Yeah, none of them were open. Some of them you were in, and then they're like, nah, get out. And you have to, got to make some different moves, man. Tell us a little bit about one of the struggles, because I know there were a few, but
there are a few. Yeah. Well, I'll give you 2. So 2 that are very important that I like to reference a lot. So one, we had a poetry event happening, and this was before the Poetry Cafe, but I was part of this group called The Collective. And there was a group of poets, like 10 of us, and we hosted open mics on Sunday nights at this bar. And back in the day, we all did bars. You had to shout over pool tables and people at the bar not
yelling,
respecting
talking.
the mic. Yeah, that stuff, right? And so because the bar was open to us performing there, we would try to go on alternate nights and just support, show our face, be in the space, right? So I'm there Saturday night, having a drink with some friends, hanging out, politicking, whatever. The next night is Sunday, it's our night, right? I come back the next night to the bar, and there are no chairs.
Oh.
Now, mind you, I was there the night before, having a drink in these chairs, right? So I pull up tonight, and the guy's like, I don't know what happened to the chairs, but they're not here. You know, as producers, you know, you got to be to the venue an hour or two beforehand so you can set up and get everything straight, right? So I have a decision to make. Like, do I cancel the show? Like, because we've been out handing out these flyers that we printed 4 up at Kinko's on lime green paper everywhere in the city, right? Trying to promote our event.
Kids, that's what hand to hand was, baby.
Hand to hand, 4 up at Kinko's. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to cut them yourself.
Yeah.
Rubber band them up and hand them out. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And so I was like, man, this is crazy. So the band's pulling up at this point. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna run to the house and figure out some chairs. Get some chairs for the show because we can't cancel.
Right.
You know, canceling a poetry show is just like, oh,
That's
you
a
never
definite,
come back
right?
to
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah.
You know? And so I go to the house. I don't even go inside the house. I'm just standing on the front porch because I know there's not enough folding chairs in my crib to support this event. And maybe see about 50, 60 people, so it wasn't a whole lot of chairs. But I'm like, you know, little brown baby Jesus in the manger. Help me find these chairs. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to make this event happen tonight. I'm standing on the front porch and I'm looking up the street, and on every single porch from my house into the block are chairs. Green chairs, blue chairs, white chairs, plastic chairs, folding chairs. You know what I'm saying? So I call up a few people from the band, like, yo, come to the crib real quick. I think I figured out our solution for the chairs. So I go for a block and a half up the street on a Sunday evening and say, hey, can I borrow your 2 chairs from the porch?
Not a cup of sugar.
Not a cup of
2
sugar.
eggs.
I need your plastic
I need
chairs.
your porch chair.
I need your porch chairs.
I'm gonna bring them back.
Yeah, and you've seen me. You don't know every single neighbor, but
Right.
you've seen me. I live right there.
Right.
I promise you, tomorrow morning, Monday morning, when you wake up, they'll be back on your porch.
Instead of that weird poetry boy asking for a porch chair. Just give it to him. He's a nice boy.
That's exactly what happened. I lied to you not. You know what I'm saying? And I got about 30 chairs.
Nice.
We ran to the event, set those joints up, and did the show. Dope show. You know what I'm saying? But it's just in those moments where you have to think outside of the box. Where you have to see what's in front of you, what's available. You know, you have to pivot. And that was one of the biggest moments in my life where I realized that you cannot stop me. There's nothing you can do to stop my progress.
Right.
Whatever you put in front of me is meant to be there. I think Rudy said this on one of his joints. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have to lift weights to get stronger.
Right.
Like, you cannot get strong without lifting the weight. So we're
Right.
praying for strength, right? But God's gonna give you what?
Wait. Right.
And most of us are like,
I don't want
nah,
that.
son, I don't want that. But we just want this strength. But without lifting the weight, you do not get stronger. So I'm like, give it to me. Give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, send me that problem. I'm going to fix it, and then I'm going to be stronger.
Yeah.
I'm going to be better. I'm going to be smarter. I'm going to be
good.
wiser, right?
That's good.
And that moment changed the trajectory of everything.
That story is so impressive because I thought you were going to say that you that you went at 1 a.m. and just took the
And
chairs.
took the chair. I thought that's where.
I did
where
not
it was going
steal
to.
the chairs. I did not steal the
It wouldn't be
chairs.
stealing.
That was a
if you-
heist. That's a
The
heist.
heisting?
Yeah, that's a
Heisting
heist.
chairs?
Because you steal that many random chairs. That's when you take that many random chairs.
But you know what's super impressive though? You remembered which houses
And
each
what chair?
belonged to. Did you get any wrong?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I just promised you that.
Listen, Linda. As a black person, if you wake up in the morning with 2 chairs on your porch, do you really care if it's the green and white one or not? If I gave you the 2 white ones to the 2 green ones, are you really gonna come back and be like, these not my chairs?
Especially when you know
Bruh.
that somebody was scheming on their neighbor's chairs anyway.
Anyway, I wanted these chairs anyway.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
So I could have messed up some chairs. I don't know. But the second part of that story is that, you know, fast forward 2012, 2022, we're on 90.1 FM. Shout out to D. Cherie for 10 years for the Poetry Cafe. Kamaya Truitt, who was with the Suns youth team, Kane, G, you know what I'm saying, raised her up. Ended up coming to A&T, working with me in the poetry project there. Ended up working for WUNC. George Floyd happens. Everybody and their mama are talking about how to support the Black community. They bring up a radio show. Kamaya says Poetry Cafe will be great. So WNC picks up the Poetry Cafe. We go from 1 station to 7 across state North Carolina.
Wow.
With a budget to produce, which you all both were on that show.
Yeah.
Video cameras, office, studio, everything. It was laced, right? We had that contract for a year with a potential second year renewal. We made it 10 months.
I remember that.
I was devastated.
Yeah.
I was on a high. I was like, we are now on 7 stations across the state. We are syndicated. You know what I'm saying? We are doing it finally. In the midst of that, there was a conference coming up, PRPD, which is a radio station for a radio conference for public radio. I said I wanted to go, but they were like, nah. The station is getting ready to can the show. It probably would be a good look to be advertising something that is going to end.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going.
Yeah.
If I have to pay my own way, I'm going. So I got my mics, I got my cameraman, I paid my situation to go. I emailed them and said, hey, I'm bringing a cameraman to this event with me. Do y'all need any assistance with editing and recording this conference? I haven't seen any promos up. What do you think they said?
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, we would love to have you record promos. Pull up. We'll give you a discount. Who do you think pulled up in Philly? Me.
Yeah, man.
Me. And every radio station across the country was there. And so instead of setting up a booth and saying the Poetry Cafe is this, and this, our booth set up and said, what do you do? What station are you with? Right? What makes your station special and dope? Oh, by the way, I got a show too. Right? There were other national distribution companies there looking for new shows. I had each one of them in my booth.
That's awesome.
By the end of the conference, we had a national deal across the country to be distributed. Not just 7 stations, but now we had our 7D stations.
Nice.
You know, but if I would not have taken that step,
Right.
I would have just accepted defeat and been like, oh man,
Right.
this relationship
Yeah.
is ending with WNC. How do I go forward? Right? But every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Right? So shout out to them for allowing me to learn that the conference even existed. 'Cause I wouldn't even know it existed if it wouldn't have been for that relationship.
Right.
You know? But everything is an opportunity to grow. And I think most times we just crumble instead of seeing that as a weight that needs to be lifted. And when we lift that weight, man, on the other side is something fucking amazing.
I think one of the reasons that we want to do this is so that our listeners and our audience can learn more about our guests, but it's also so that our audience can learn from our guests. And I think what we're seeing, and this might just be me talking about me, but I'm learning about you and like what makes you tick, but I'm also learning about, damn, right? Like if this is where I want to go, or if I know where I want to go, everything you're saying right now is like the blueprint.
Yeah.
On getting there.
Facts.
Yeah, no doubt.
Facts.
But I think our job is to teach. You know, I think that, you know, sometimes poetry was a gated community. You know, we figure out things and then we're like, mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for me, I'm like, we cannot grow unless we're all growing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless we're all thriving, that makes the brand bigger. That makes what we are able to create bigger. That makes all of our jobs more important. You know, so I'm always willing to share and help grow the community and share my knowledge. And I mean, this is a lane that I carved out for myself, so it may not work for every single person.
Right. But
I'm still willing to share and see if it may fit something that you are doing. You know, no shade to what you are doing. I'm gonna learn something from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm always excited to test new waters and see what people are doing.
I love that. Consistent teacher and consistent student.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
is how you also grow. I think that all folds back to, again, being a dog kid. Like we had to learn and adapt every single time. So
On the spot.
On the spot. So by the time you got it down pat,
It's time to go.
yeah, hey, we're shipping out. You like, damn, I just got it good. But you take that learning into the new situation, and you learn again, and you learn again, and you learn again, and that just builds upon the experience. So that's dope, Joe.
Learning to learn. I knew French, Italian, and German, and I know none of that shit now.
Yeah, I had a little bit of German. By the time, I sort of lost it all, maybe like 10th grade when I was here in the States for a longer time. But man, 4th, 5th grade, I was on it. I was on it. Which is why I think, and I would love it if American schools, public schools, would make their kids kindergarten through at least 5th grade learn. Now, I'm not just talking about basics. Like, bring in a Spanish teacher and teach those kids Spanish. Like, you're teaching them how to write, teaching them ABCs. Teach them how to speak a second fucking language. Like,
it's the best time to teach them.
It is the best time because they soak it up.
There are several schools that do that, but it's not across the board. But my daughter is in Spanish lessons now.
Yeah, my granddaughter just got accepted into a school. She's in kindergarten, but she's learning French in kindergarten.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah,
There's a school in Greensboro that does Mandarin. I'm like, Mandarin?
That's crazy.
Mandarin?
It's hard as hell.
Like, they're in Greensboro learning Mandarin.
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? In elementary school.
Yeah.
So just their world is about to be just like opened up to crazy things. Most people around the world speak at least 3 languages. At least 3.
I know.
The U.S. is one. But outside of this, 3 is the average. In South Africa, 11.
Crazy.
11 official languages. Might be 13 actually. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we're definitely behind. Definitely behind.
I don't have the music for it though.
That's okay.
I don't think so. Nope, I don't have it.
We have a segment.
Oh.
It's called That's Cap. And
Okay, that's Cat.
Why don't we have a voice clip of that yet?
we do.
I do, but I didn't have it loaded. It was
Kanye machine ain't working today.
yeah.
So the way this goes is I'm going to present some facts, and if you agree that these facts are true, then that's not cap.
Okay.
But if you think that it is false, you have to say exactly like me. You have to say that's cap.
That's Cap.
Yeah, just like that. It's great.
I practice my Jake Ward voice. Should I do that?
Okay, are you ready?
Oh my god!
I think so. I got enough drink in my hand.
All right, this is 3 questions. All right.
Questions.
The
All right.
first one has to do with the name Josephus, which, like Junius, is not super common in the United States.
Facts.
All right. In the U.S., as of 2024, current estimates are that there were 495 people currently living in 2024 whose name was Josephus, and their average age was 55 and a half years old. Here's the question. In 2024, there are 5 babies named Josephus. Cap or not cap?
In 2024?
2024.
Well, mine is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a 4th. So those are facts. Those are probably facts. I would say that's definitely facts, not cap
true.
at all.
That is true.
Because I have one of them. So there gotta be 3 more. There gotta be 3 more.
Like if I don't know nothing else,
I don't know shit else about nothing. I know that.
I got one of those 5 is
I mean, I get shit else right, but I got that one. I know that one. That's the one.
Oh god!
Yeah, the inside track on that one.
Yeah.
All right, this is a Grammy-related question. As we'll mention here in a second,
Right.
you have an album that is currently up for Grammy consideration.
No doubt.
All right, so because of that, we're going to talk about the Grammy spoken word poetry category,
Okay.
which did not exist prior to 2023.
Correct. This is the 4th year.
Right. Prior to 2023, it was just spoken word album, not poetry. I'm going to list a list of previous winners. You will tell me if that is cap or not cap.
All of them are.
All of them.
Oh.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
LeVar Burton, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Michael J. Fox, Carrie Fisher, and Magic Johnson. Cap or not cap?
That's definitely cap. I would say that's cap. I mean, I know Obama did win one. Michael J. Fox, though, goodness gracious. I don't know. Michelle Obama and Obama? I know we love them, but I don't think they both won a Grammy. No, I would say that's cap.
It's not cap.
Are you serious? They both got a Grammy?
Yeah.
And Michael J. Fox?
Yep.
I remember when Michael J.
What the
Fox
hell
won
was
it.
his album about?
I don't remember.
I know LeVar Burton one, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I know LeVar and Obama one. I know those two were definitely factual.
They're
but-
mostly like autobiographies.
Yeah, most of them.
So Michelle and
Yeah.
Barack won up?
It's either an autobiography or it is like, well, even the autobiography.
Becoming
is
was
them
it
reading
Becoming? Becoming was pretty dope.
Audiobook, yeah.
Becoming was pretty dope. Yeah, okay.
The Magic Johnson one I did not know.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox, Back to the Future
I didn't know that one.
messed me up. But the rest of okay, you got me on that one.
Okay, third and final question is also Grammy related, but this
right.
is after 2023. This is the spoken word poetry album category.
Okay.
Jay Ivy won the Grammy in 2023 and 2024, making him, this is part of the cap or not cap, making him technically the only artist to receive 2 Grammy nominations in that category, cap or not cap.
That's cap, because I know Sheba won.
Boom.
Sheba was also
That is
nominated twice.
That is cap.
It
Shout out
helps
to
me. It
Sheba.
helps me know the people in the category.
It does
Yeah,
help.
yeah.
Helps me know the people in the category.
So
Yeah.
speaking of Grammy consideration, man, tell us about the album, brother? Like,
Man,
what we were talking earlier before we got on air how hard it is to just buy
the album.
But tell us about the album. Like, what should we expect? Like, what's going on?
So first and foremost, like I used to feel like I was excluded from a lot of poetry events because I had a band.
Mm-hmm.
So I think too, when we talked about slam earlier, like I love the music. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the poetry I did was with a band, and slam didn't have that. But I loved the music, so I felt like, well, not people saw this in me or not, but I felt like, man, they're just not feeling what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I got this band, and these poets are standing up there on their own too, and they're slamming and competing, and it's just not my lane. So I didn't feel necessarily accepted in that realm also.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Grammys came up and they were like music, I was like, oh, this is my shit. I've been doing this forever. This is what I love to do. And so I think first and foremost, you know, I wanted to make sure the category stayed open. So I wanted to do my due diligence as a poet and submit an album just to make sure that we were widening the gap for more poets to apply. I'm not sure what the exact numbers are, but I think we want to say at least 100 or more.
It's like 19,000. I don't know. It was a lot. It was not 19,000. That's cap. But it was a lot. It was a lot.
People
Yeah.
applying? Really?
Yeah, it was when I was told the number, it was well over 200.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was
Nice.
It,
Well, I want to do my part.
right.
I wanted to do my part.
It wasn't quality though.
Yeah, I want to do my
Yeah.
part to make sure that it stayed. I mean, I couldn't say that I was a poet and that I believed in poetry being bigger and better and not contribute to the category. So I wanted to make sure I can make my contribution, my drop in the bucket to the category. And then I just loved, I was already doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I love doing it. I love the challenge of just creating a cohesive album that just resonated with the people, period. And so, man, we took the band in the studio and I had rented it out for 8 hours and we just went the fuck in, you know? And the beautiful thing about the album is that, you know, while I believe the poetry and the music is dope, like there were so many off-kilter moments that were imperfect, but perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many segues. Like, remember that Lauryn Hill album? You know, when there were just little segues in the middle? Like we just had all these intros and outros. Like, man, I felt so much of that. Like, and that's encompassing the album, like the story before, the story after. Like it is a complete cohesive story to music, you know. So it's almost like a soundtrack to my life, you know. Being in a relationship and being a full-time artist is hard.
Yeah.
When your wife has a 9-to-5 job and she leaves you 8 o'clock in the morning, you on the couch writing. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, what are you doing? You know, we got kids, you know? And she doesn't necessarily see the correlation, you know? So just building that trust and growing together and her really understanding what you do and why you do it and how it works. it's a beautiful process, you know, and this album just embodies that from the prayer of the first track all the way through the last one, you know, the freedom that it gives you, the air that you breathe in your lungs,
Right.
like chasing this dream that you're not sure if you're going to reach or not. Depending on this art, like it depends on you. Not only is it part of who you are, but it also feeds your family, buys your groceries,
Yeah.
pays your car note, buys your house, you know, and to build something that you can lean on, you know, is magnificent. And so I attempted to put that on the album, and I hope that people get a full experience for who I am, and more importantly, why I am.
Come on.
And in that, it just is me, you know. And yeah, I mean, I think Jay Ivy's album was dope. Queen Sheba's album was dope. Tank and the Bangers is like the shit. You know what I'm saying? Tank's one of my favorites. Yeah, man, but just leaning on the inspirations from different artists. Toby Wigwe is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing so many artists that come up into their own right.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, man, I wanna throw my hat in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that I'm contributing to this art form that's so beautiful. The Russell was doing crazy things out in Cali. I was like, man, like
that kid's on fire.
yeah, just building it from the ground up. I was like, we had that too, you know. And I think that this is our chance at the Grammy stage to just showcase it. And so I was excited about people hearing one more poem.
What's the name of the album and how can we find it?
The album is Changing the World One Poem at a Time. It's on all streaming platforms.
Maybe.
And we were talking earlier, like it's hard as hell to buy the album. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta stream it, yeah.
You gotta figure out how to buy it. It's on the website, josephus.com, but you can stream it on Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify. But it's important to the artist that you buy the album. I did a whole joint earlier this week on stream numbers. You know, 1,000 streams gets you maybe $6.
If that.
1 million streams gets you maybe $7,000. But 1 million purchases get you $7 million, right? So as artists, like we need that support. You know, streaming it is super dope, but if you really like the album, find a way to buy it.
Yeah.
You know, find a way to support. And so, you know, it's on Apple, it's on Amazon, but if you can't find it there, it's on the website, you know. And I think that we're worth a Happy Meal and a half.
Yeah.
You know, albums are $10. Like, I am worth a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? There's
sure.
17 tracks of fire on this album, and I know that I'm worth a Happy Meal.
At least.
At least a Happy Meal. You know, yeah, man. So I'm excited about. I was excited about the album just having a listening party, having 50 people in a room. They were like, "Oh man, that's amazing." You know, like, "Oh man, that sounds great." "Oh man, the music." Like just hearing how people respond to it. It's been really, really dope. It's allowed the audience and my listening party to choose a single. And so Breathe is the first single that we chose for the album. They chose, I didn't choose it. And so what's been dope is like, I've been challenging people to create their own videos with the music for a reel.
Nice.
We didn't shoot an actual video, but every day I post a different reel with the song Breathe. Again, crazy part is Apple, Instagram, Facebook has still not uploaded the music for the album. So we've straight been finding ways to work around that to still create a reel for this song.
Yeah.
It's been crazy, man. The response has been super dope. Somebody hit me today, was like, "Oh, this is a competition? Like people are doing reels? Like, oh, I didn't know it was I could do one too." And so
Right.
yeah, just creating a whole buzz, man, for the movement has been really special.
That's dope, man. So, as we wrap up, this is the last two things. So first, I'll ask you to tell the people where they can find you, follow you, support you, all that stuff.
All right.
And then I have a follow-up question.
Josephusii.com is the website. Josephusii on all social media. the Poetry Cafe on all social media. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Either Josephus or the Poetry Cafe. You can find me. You can support. You can maybe get on stage and perform. Get you on to get on a radio show, a podcast. So we have the Poetry Cafe podcast. Additionally, we have a Patreon. We have a YouTube. We have all the social media platforms. And so we're just looking to grow and build and connect communities using this gift of spoken word poetry.
Cool. And last question. Are you ready to freestyle?
I cannot freestyle, but I have been drinking. I'm on pineapple, Ace cider.
I like it.
So
willing participant.
Maybe wider. I've seen some of your podcasts, and I know that Jay Ward can't freestyle either. So I think I'm in good company. Like, we're in the middle. Either one of us got bars that rhyme, and I think Blues and yourself are probably better at the game.
All right.
But I'm down to be horrible.
I like it. I like it. So the order is going to go like this. We'll start with Blues.
Okay.
Who will pass it to Jay Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Who will do some stuff.
Bars. You're going to spit bars.
Bars.
Hot fire.
Hot fire.
Hot fire.
Bars.
Yes. And then Jay Ward will pass it to you, and I'll round us out.
That's good. Bookends.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
So
You need me to beatbox in the middle?
no, we got a beat.
Okay. You need to sing background vocals?
I mean, get in where you fit in, cuz.
Yeah. I cheated.
You cheated.
He always cheats.
So
he's a cheater?
I made this beat, but I made it out of loops.
Okay.
So
That's not cheating.
it's just the loops.
That's what
Have you
guitar has to
been
do.
practicing your bars on this beat before we got here?
No.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I realized that I didn't have a beat, and I was like, oh. So I threw on my MPC real quick and was like, let me get like an 8-bar loop that I can then, and that's what I did.
All right.
So be it.
Yeah, word.
Ready, Boris?
So be it. So be it.
Yeah, this shit has got me buzzing.
Yeah, I know, right? It's good.
Yeah, man.
Shout out Ace Pineapple Cider. We in this bitch.
Oh, this is a loop beat. This is a loop beat. Man, this shit's so sweet. Guaranteed, get you up out your seat, move your feet. I'm on this Ace high as the sky. Imperial pineapple cider. Oh me, oh my, oh guarantee, yo. I do so fly guy. Guarantee, yo. I put a sty in your eyes. Look at here. I guarantee this ain't no beer. It's the cider of the year. But I'ma keep it clear. I'ma keep it close. I'ma pass this mic off to Jay to the ward. I'll keep it clear. I'ma keep it close. I'ma pass this mic off to Jay to the ward. Come on.
Josephus told y'all don't half step it. But I just saw the movie Weapons. And so I'ma do this whole thing and switch like a witch. Grab a bottle of water and just twitch. And after that, you do my will. After that, the blood will spill. After that, we taste all of the shit and reek off the baker. Y'all don't know the vulture, take off the maker.
All right. Once again, this nigga goes to one clips concert, sees the movie Weapons, and now he's completely turned up.
Let him cook.
Oh, no,
let
we
him
have
cook.
to
Let him cook.
Because
I was getting hyped.
he was about to murder the
Yo,
whole
I saw the
kitchen.
way he murders it every time. I saw him murder something last time too. Pull out the knife, stab your wife in the ditch.
Oh my God.
That's based off a true story. It's Jamal's story, but it's a true story.
I didn't stab anybody's wife.
Bend it over, but don't call her.
You were about to stab somebody over a wifey situation, so potato.
That's neither here nor there.
It's neither here nor there. Tomato. Switchblades were pulled. Hey man, let's get my man
You ready?
Josephus on here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm probably not, but let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Rapper said it a lot. I'm in the poet up with my glass. Had a great time, it went by fast. When you're having a good time with friends, lend me a drink like a friend. We are in this mix, drinking water. I need one before I drive back on the 85 north, headed back to Greensboro with thorough. And then we gonna pass it to Jamal because I had a ball on the show and I don't know what to say next. I'm going to flex, then text my wife as I drive home.
Yeah.
Wholesome raps.
Yeah. Wholesome raps.
I like it. Wholesome
Texting my
raps.
wife. It's monogamy. It's monogamy.
Yo.
Let's go.
All right. Malchi in the building.
Malchi in the building. Pull it up.
Yeah.
A-Sider.
Yeah.
We doing it.
Yeah.
We do this for our fans. So, shout out to the top 5.
Let's go top 5.
Shout out to the US of A.
Okay. All right.
And Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Shout out to Germany.
What's up, Germany?
Shout out to Canada.
That's Russia.
I was about to say Canada.
Canada.
Hey.
Shout out to Australia.
G'day, mate.
That rounds out the top 5.
All right.
But shout out to everybody that listens around the world. So we got like Ireland,
Yeah.
Malaysia,
Come on.
Russia,
Yeah.
the UK,
Yeah.
All right.
Brazil,
Y'all
All right.
flexing.
Sweden,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Senegal,
Yeah.
Let's go.
the Czech,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Spain,
Yeah.
Come on.
Qatar,
Yeah.
Slovenia,
Yeah.
France,
Okay.
Ukraine,
All right.
Mexico,
Okay.
South Africa,
Yeah.
Oh, South
Romania,
Africa.
Yeah.
Durban.
Bulgaria,
Durban.
Durban in the building.
Singapore,
Singapore.
Hungary,
Uh,
Iran,
I'm kind of hungry.
Kenya,
Kenya.
yeah.
New Zealand,
Yeah.
Kenya, I'm coming to you next.
Yeah, yeah.
Nairobi.
Morocco,
Shout out.
Let's go.
Belgium,
Let's go.
Switzerland,
Let's go.
Ghana,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and the rest we gonna save the rest.
Shout out to Gastonia for no reason at all.
Stone Mountain.
And like we like to end on the Poet Up podcast, man. Make sure you rate, review, share us, give us 5 stars because in the words of Bomani Jones, if you give us 4 stars, we're inclined to believe that y'all are haters. And we out.